Fit Like Abdi, Danny Boy here, and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. We're following one of our Cotswolds Railway trains as it's heading to Bristol, that looks like. But today we're going to do a drive-by. We are going to be heading on to 2006. We need to find a couple of trains to jump on board. Now, the options were as follows. So, what we're going to do... where's the intercities? So I was going to do like the London Western. I may do that. Or the one that goes to Glasgow via Manchester Airport. Could also be another contender. Or the one that's like the England South or the UK main line even was another one. But over at London it's extremely congested, so we'll head over there now and see what is in the actual stations. All this is switched off. Yes, it is. Right, perfect. Let's head over. We'll keep the game paused while we're floating over the scenery here. Let's head... Where are we? This is like the south coast. That's not where we are currently looking for. Right, so it looks like we've got a train heading in there. Right, let's see who is available down here. As you can see over there, looks pretty congested. Now, we do have a train. This is a Hull train. This one is a London Western. Is it departing or it's actually coming into the station? So we'll jump on this train. It's an intercity train. There's our Hull trains. We'll wait for this one to turn around and then we shall jump on board. Well, what's the Hull train exiting the station there? There we go. It's pretty cool. Hull trains. There's a Silver Link train in the background. It's probably been waiting there for about 50 years to try and move. Right, so you, my friend. Right, let's jump on board with you. Hopefully it doesn't run into too much traffic. We'll have to wait and see. That might have been a better view, actually. But, hey-ho. Now, do we 3 times speed this? I think for the sake of frame rate, we'll leave it as normal. Oh, fantastic. It's one of those. Okay, spin it round. Hello. I want to go forward. And we want to jump to the front of the train. There we go. There's another train. A Great Western train, it looks like. Off in the distance. And then we want to go down, right? So C is down, X is down. No. Z is down. What is down? S. Yeah. We could get a driver's eye view. Right, go forward. Yeah. There we go. Come this way a bit. Come down a touch. Come forward a touch. There we go. Right on the nose of the train. So, we've populated the map with a lot of trains, so there should be plenty to see here as we actually roll past. There we go. There's the first one. It's a Virgin train. Ah, it's the Penzance Virgin train. So there should be a good mix of freight and passenger services rolling up and down here. I mean, this train is decently fast, 125 it should get up to. Will it get up to? I would highly doubt it. I would imagine it's probably going to get stuck behind something else. I'm hoping that doesn't happen too much. We've got 44 of 106 on board, which is not too bad. There's like an old school British Rail intercity. Very nice. I would imagine it's probably on the same line as this one. Now we should see some Great Westerns and stuff that are sort of heading round towards Wales. should... Oh, there's a bear. Halt, bear. There's a freight train. A UK rail freight. Is it? Yeah, it sure is. Empty just now, but it will be full on its way back, hopefully. Right, so where are we going next? Reading. So we're heading off to Reading. It doesn't look too bad here. I have this weird curse when I do drive-bys that whichever train I jump on, every other train in the map just sort of disappears. They all sort of run for the hills or go into hiding. So it looks like there's no vehicles on the map. I can assure you there are. Well, you guys know. You guys have seen the mass amount of passenger trains that we added onto these lines. So here we go. One thing I did forget to do is set the date speed to go forward, but we'll do that. We normally just look at everything at the end sort of anyway. So here we go into Reading. There ain't many people standing on platform 7 for this train. Everyone seems to want to go on whatever that train is in platform 6 and 5. There we go, we've got some floating people on the left. Oh, we've got a lady who's doing the Matrix. There's no planes either. I can't see any planes in the air. There's one. It's way off in the distance. Anything above us? I see like the trails. There's like trails there, but there's no plane. Right, we're down to 29 passengers. So the train is technically lighter, so it should go faster. Right, we're now heading for Bristol. Right, this is a long journey out to Bristol. There is no stop in between. So I'm assuming, or hoping, that the train should reach a decent speed on this section of track. Hopefully. I'm surprised there's another train on this line heading back this way. Or at least there isn't yet. There will be. I think there's 8 or 9 trains on this particular line. I still have to get some sleeper trains implemented. I will do that. I'll probably do that in the next episode. I did delete a train from the UK main line in the last episode because of the huge traffic jam or train jam we had coming out of London. There was one intercity train that was blocking every single other train on the map, so it had to go. So I'll replace that with a sleeper train, and I'll add a few more. We're reaching the days of the Caledonian sleeper as well, so it'll be nice to implement that. But we'll do that later, round about sort of 2015 time. We'll just see what vehicles we get in this next, these next few years, these next 5 years, from 2005 to 2010. I'm kind of hoping the ScotRail trains that I sort of need for the lines up there will sort of become available. Hopefully they will. We'll just have to wait and see. Right, there is no other trains on this map. Where is everyone? Everyone is kind of gone. There's not even a train crossing over that bridge in front of us, which makes me sad. There's no train on that left-hand side track heading up into the mountains there, which also makes me sad. Where is everyone? There should be literally tons of trains rolling up and down here. We're only doing 87 miles per hour as well, which kinda sucks. There's a deer dicing with death. Well, that deer is perfectly safe there because apparently there's no trains on any of these tracks. Right, so we're up to 92. Hopefully we hit 100. We should. Bristol's still a fair way off. We need to pass the steel mill at Bristol. before it even starts to slow down, and that's still a fair way off. So we're up to 95. Frame rate's actually not too bad, but we're actually out in the middle of nowhere. There's no cities around here, so that's probably keeping the frame rate up. There is, oh, it's an iron ore quarry or mine. It's not actually a steel mill. Is there a British steel train? There is, but we missed it. Sweet. Right, there's a severe lack of trains, and there should be quite a lot, which leads me to believe that somewhere some of the trains may be stuck, because the London to Wales route should be, there should be trains on that left hand side set of tracks, and there are none, so I think they are literally stuck. The Cotswold Rail, Hornby, is running spectacularly, that's fine. So is that cross-country train. But there are no London to Wales trains. And I can't even see any up the hill coming towards Bristol. Which leads me to believe that some of them could be stuck somewhere. In fact, I'm near certain that some of them are stuck somewhere. Right, so there's only 10 passengers left. There's a guy at the right hand side waiting to get on the train now. There he goes. There is also no other trains heading back in the opposite direction towards London, which leads me to believe that somewhere down, probably beside Penzance, they are probably stuck as well. We'll find out in a few minutes once we actually get there. But it's looking pretty grim. There should have been Great Westerns and stuff rolling all up and down here, and Virgin trains and cross country and whatnot, and there seems to be nothing. Okay, so the London to Wales line is just going out of shot, and there was nothing coming down there, so they're all stuck somewhere. I did see one heading into London station just before I started the episode, or just before we jumped on this train, but I've not seen one since, and there's something like 8 trains on that line, so we definitely should have seen another one by now. It means 7 of them are now between Bristol and Milford Haven, which is bad. So we need to check that out. And also, I'm thinking that the London Western trains are also bottlenecked somewhere up here. I mean, we'll find out soon enough. We're still getting green lights. I would imagine once we get to around Plymouth or Exeter, we'll start to get stuck. I mean, this is technically still Bristol that we are sailing past here. There's a freight station on the left hand side. Yeah, there's no sign of the mail train either that delivers freight. I can see a freight train in the distance, which is kind of reassuring, although it's on a completely different line from the passenger trains. Right, we're not stuck yet. We're not dead in the water just yet. Let's have faith. Hopefully a London Western train will cruise past us any second now. If not, then we've definitely got a problem. I think we've definitely got a problem on both lines. Now, Transport Fever does do a good job of telling you when trains are stuck, but it's only when trains are head to head. It will not tell you if a certain train is blocking a certain junction and holding up every other train on the line. It doesn't tell you that. Only by doing things like this and noticing that trains are not moving do you actually realise that there is a problem. Right, so we are coming into Exeter now, and imagine we're probably not going to get any further than this. There is a Great Western though. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. Well, that's good. At least one other train made it back in the other direction. I think it could possibly be that these might not be very well spaced out, or they were at least spaced out well leaving London, and then they got sort of screwed up going into Penzance, because here is a Great Northeast, a Virgin train. Oh yeah, these are all boxed up, it looks like. There is a red signal in front of us. Ooh, dear God. Look at the queue of southwest, southeastern trains and southern trains on that far side track. Hopefully one of them goes, like, imminently. Yeah, so we're loading up with passengers. Hopefully this light turns green. I would imagine that everyone is stuck down at Penzance. Hello, Virgin train man. Ooh, the light is green. That's sweet. Okay. I don't know which direction that Southwest Rail train, or is it Southeast, is actually supposed to be going. It looks like it's heading in an easterly direction, because it's on the far side line. It is just not moving at all. A severe bit of congestion on the tracks there. There is a southern train behind it, and I would imagine down the valley there are other trains behind that. There's a freight train though. There's the train behind the southern train. So we've only seen 3 trains heading in a London direction. So there's at least, what, another 4 or something still ahead of this train. That's a lot. Right, if you could move. So yeah, those, I did actually spam a lot of trains on that line, that southern line. It's maybe a bit too much. Right, here's the other intercity train. So there's probably 3 more left. Somewhere down here. I mean, we still need to go to Barnstaple, and then we still need to get to Penzance. But yeah, that southern line was taking a long time to clear. So it might just be, I think that might just be a signalling issue. I think I need to add more signals on the line between, is it Exeter or Plymouth? I can't actually remember. Right, there's another train. So yeah, it's like 5 of them are down this side of the map, and only 1 train at a time is up at the London side. Now there should be a small little sprinter train here that goes from Barnstaple over to whatever the hell that is. Is that Exeter? Possibly. There we go, rolling in here. We've got 16 of 176. Now we've only got 2. Hey, we're up to 6. 6 people on board. Here's another train. Yeah, so they're all sort of stuck down this side of the map, which is unfortunate. Hey, oh, it is what it is. Right, I don't think you're going to get any more than 6 here, buddy. You can now continue on. I think most people want to go to London. No sign of that little sprinter train. It should be up here on the left. I think I do have it set to wait for a full load, so it's probably doing that. Right, those southern trains are moving now. Excellent. No sign of the little train there, the sort of Wessex line train. So who the hell knows where that is? It'll be there somewhere. It's probably just set to wait for a full load, and it's waiting for a full load at the Exeter side. One would imagine, or one would hope. Right, so we're heading to Penzance, where we're going to see traffic jam, or are we going to get a clear run all the way through? It looked like a lot of the trains were heading back to London now. They're just not very well spaced out. That's why I sort of love scheduling in this game. I mean, I know it would be a total cluster. It would be micromanagement on probably a severe level. And even though there is date and like you can speed up time and stuff, there isn't actually time, like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 4:30 in the afternoon, blah 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 blah, and so forth. There is only days, so it'd be kind of cool if there was like two versions, one where it just did days and months and you could blitz through the entire game in no time at all, or ones where you could actually do like specific days and have trains running at a certain time. I don't know how that would work. I don't know if it would even work, if you'd be able to implement it in a game like Transport Fever 2. There's another first Great Western, so you're basically the last train. So there should be no other London Western train in front of us. That's it, done and dusted. It should just be a straight shot on to Penzance. Obviously people who live in Penzance will recognise that skyline. Penzance with its many skyscrapers and towering office buildings. I would like an option as well to sort of keep small towns and cities as small towns and cities. Not for every city on the map to have huge towering blocks and office blocks and stuff like that. Just keep it like these sort of buildings in the left hand side there going up to that hill. That would be nice. There's the little airport. There's no sign of the deadly hawker and its steep bank and turns on approach. Yeah, we are free. There's nothing else in front of us. Okay, so about 2 trains on this line are optimized decently, spaced decently apart, and 6 of them are basically one after the other. So you either have a multitude of trains to choose for, or you need to wait half a day for another one to arrive. But here we are. There's no southern trains in here, which is also greatly disconcerting, because they're all sort of bunched up at the Exeter or Plymouth side. Okay, right, you have arrived. Okay, so we now know that all of these are bunched up. Let's push pause, right? Take a quick look down this line. So there is one train. There's the hawker there. We must just have missed it. There's that freight train, so it basically kept up with us. Yeah, you've got 4 of 75, but there's no train in front of you. Not for some time. There could possibly be one in here. Yeah, they're all stuck here. What is going on? Yeah, between Plymouth and Exeter is nightmare fuel. This one is leaving. Okay, bring up signals. Right, so there's 2. Yeah, there's a severe lack of signalling going on here. Right, add 1 and 2. Now this is supposed to be a drive-by episode. I'm not supposed to be messing about with signals. I want to get this done though, because I want these trains to actually move. Oh yeah, there's no signals at all on this entire stretch of track. So they're basically stuck here until the next train reaches the next station. Wow. Okay, that's pretty bad, actually. So that explains why those trains were stuck. Okay. And then there is signals. Oh, there's none. There's none here. Right, please tell me there are signals on this stretch track. No, there are not. Okay, so I severely neglected this area. There is one here, which is basically pointless. Wow, there's none on this section of track either. Okay, that explains a lot. It does, actually. Now, is the London to Wales train, does that suffer from the same affliction? Possibly. It looks like there's some more up here, but there's none in between here. So that's why they were all getting stuck. Okay. It's all making sense now. Keep going. Get me some more. We're following this Catenary line, and then you go into Brighton. Okay. Right, so that was that issue dealt with. Now we'll quickly look at the London, Wales to London. Right. Where are you? You are heading for Reading. Okay, so that, where are you? You are at Bristol, so it looks like all the trains were stuck. You are heading for Swansea. You are the one that's heading for Reading. You're heading for Milford Haven, but you're waiting for a free path. And you are heading to London. So they're all sort of going this way, which kind of sucks. Oh well, and we know that the London Western line is poorly optimized as well. I would imagine many of them are. Right, I think having these signals up is a bit of a nightmare, giving me a sore head looking at all that, so let's get rid of that. And we're going to jump on, because I think this train can actually operate unimpeded, if there is one. There ain't. Okay, let's speed that up, right? Let's get the game unpaused, set on normal time. Now we're looking for a train that goes from London up to Glasgow. It should be operating on this track right here. So that's why I think it should roughly be unimpeded. There shouldn't be anything sort of in its way. We could be wrong, because there apparently isn't one for love nor money. Why is it? The gate speed is going up. Okay. Right, where the hell are these things? Oh, there's one there. So it looks like a first Great Western. Yeah. It is. It's got 79 of 226. This particular train is actually making money, which is astonishing. Now there's two places these trains can get stuck, and that is at Manchester Airport Station and up in Glasgow. So I would imagine that between Glasgow and Manchester Airport there are quite a few trains sitting doing nada. But that's okay. It wouldn't be transport fever without all this chaos. Right, so the frame rate going through this station is diabolical. Oh well, there's a rising train in the distance. I'm not sure if you guys could see that. I could. Little southern train rolling into the station over there. That's nice. Right, you empty and then load up. That would be nice. It's a really nice model, these, the Class 250s. We shall jump on board. We could actually do a passenger view, although the train windows have got this weird grating over them. See that? That sort of grate? That's actually on the window. So we've got intercity. Look familiar? No. What's that? A beer with... Oh, right, yeah, that's good. That was actually super easy to get on the outside of this train. Right, off we go again, though. Now, it looks like the chaos that was basically all these trains being stuck has now ended. Oh, there we go. There's the... For ages there was no train coming into London, and now there's two. Looks like an intercity livery. It is. There it is. Very nice. Probably empty, because this train in front probably had all the passengers. It does have 192 on board, but that next train is virtually going to be leaving empty, which again is why scheduling would be nice. Alas, we don't have that. I'm sure there's some modder out there that could probably do that, although I think it would probably take forever and a day, which is unfortunate. Even if it wasn't actual time, maybe you could set certain days of the month, like, hey, this Virgin train is going to be leaving on the 2nd, this Great Western Railway is going to be leaving on the 6th. Even though they're running on the same line, they would just have different days of departure. But obviously you would have to factor in when it arrives, where it's going to sit, if other trains are in the depot. I suppose you could sort of time each run. That probably wouldn't work. Nah, I'm actually thinking about how complicated it would actually be to implement it. Was just blowing my mind there. But I don't think it would ever work. Scheduling. There we go. There's a Central Trains heading off to Oxford. Oh, you share the same track as this guy. That sucks. I think that 381 or 382 or whatever it is decently sort of fast, so it should. Oh god. Matrix lady. What is going on with your arms? What is going... Look. Oh wow. That's severe shoulder dislocation there. It's pretty creepy, actually, the way they walk. Maybe like Resident Evil devs or Left 4 Dead devs could maybe get hold of that model and use it for their zombie games, because it's pretty creepy. Someone came running at you down the street, running sideways like that with their shoulder all dislocated and their arm wrapped behind their back. You would well be going for a headshot before they even got near you. Right, there we go. Heading for Birmingham, then on a short trip on to Manchester. Here's another train, but surprisingly, that train is from a different line, which is nice. There it goes. So there is a decent amount of trains on here. And it looks like that intercity train and this first Great Western train are the only two that are sort of down this side of the map. This Northwest via Manchester Airport might actually be a decently spaced out line. Fingers crossed. Why are you slowing down? Is that turn really that bad? Oh, no. The semaphore was red. I think we're waiting for that central train to sort of beat it. It's maybe not as fast as I previously thought. Nothing on our right hand side. No freight trains anywhere? Ah, there is. I was going to say there should be. Right, there's the other central lines train heading down. Freight train on the right. Freight train on the left. Excellent. 2 freight trains on the left, actually. Okay, now we're stuck. Now we're stuck behind that central lines train. Turn green. Ah. Unlucky. And this is a decently long section as well, so the train would have got up to a decent speed if it didn't have to stop. I mean, let's try and see if we can see over this bridge. So really, we need a set of signals on the bridge. There's another train coming down. So I say I can actually see the turn off for that Oxford train. I'm surprised it's not hit yet, which is odd. There we go, other intercity rolling in. This bridge is perhaps slightly too steep. Maybe. Let's line us up there, front and centre. Wait, yeah, I can see the Oxford train there. So you took a long time. Ah. Okay, so the Oxford train probably was holding on the line just before the junction, waiting for that intercity train to pass, and then once it passed, it was able to move out on its separate line. That's why we had to stop. That's unfortunate. We're back up to 65, which is nice. Going downhill as well. And then up and round the corner to Birmingham. A few planes in the air. Concorde there. Something else that has just disappeared into that cloud. Which would have been really cool if that was a game mechanic that actually happened in Transport Fever. But it doesn't. So it basically just went out of render distance. That was perfect timing because it looked like it was disappearing into that cloud. Right, so I think these trains might actually be spaced out decently. So that's two intercity trains that we've passed, right? Now that I come to think about it, there should be... Why is there 2 intercity trains? I know there were different liveried intercity trains. Oh well. Continue on. We've actually hit 100 miles per hour, but we're going to have to slow down. There we go, 106. Here's the rising train. I can tell it straight away because it's orange. Or the front of it is at least orange. Ah, there it goes. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Rising 5. I don't think we're on Rising 5. I think we're on Is it Rising 7 we're on now? Who knows? Right, so into platform 4. 1 or 2 people waiting there, not too much. We have dropped passenger capacity. We did leave London with like 196 or so. Right, pick up these people. Okay, so quite a few people actually wanted to get off at Birmingham. Now, it's only a short hop round to Manchester. It's not that far at all. Now, I'm imagining that we'll probably get stuck at Manchester Airport. I'm anticipating that that is a thing that is going to happen. Round she goes though. Ooh, the edge of this depot is super close to that line. Right, few bridges to cross under here. Again, no trains on the bridges. We're devoid of trains again. They're all in hiding. And there's another train. And this is the old school inner city livery, which I thought was pretty cool. We still get up to 60 miles per hour though. And just in this little 70, nearly. Yeah, 70 between Birmingham and Manchester. It's pretty good. Now there should be quite a few trains in here. I can at least see one, which is better than none. Now, this station is interesting. It's a really nice station, this. It's just, it is super temperamental when upgrading tracks around the station. So my advice to anyone who's using this station is, instead of upgrading to high speed or electricity, catenary, build the station with catenary, and any lines you want to upgrade coming in or out, actually delete them and rebuild them either with high speed or catenary, or whichever you wanted to upgrade or downgrade the track to, because it will crash the game, unfortunately. Right, this looks like the cross country number. Heading in, we are now heading out with 42. So passenger count is going down all the time. I do like the cross country livery, it's really nice. Right, we're now stopped. Why are we stopped? I would imagine a train from the right hand side here is going out. Why are we stopping for this freight train? These BP tanks are in serious need of a wash. They're pretty filthy. Okay, so it's quite a long freight train. I love the fact that the beacon at the back actually flashes. The little light, the lamp. That's pretty cool. Now this train won't hold us up for long because it's going to veer off to the left. And there we go. We'll be able to head through. And then on to our next obstruction, which is Manchester Airport. Which I can near guarantee we will get stopped at. There we go. There's another train attempting to get into Manchester. Why are you waiting? Is it because this train we're on is potentially blocking the junction that you need to use to get onto your platform? I would imagine that is the problem. There we go, it's moving now. There's another train there rolling in. Hello. There we go. Right, how bad is this going to be? It actually looks quite clear, which is odd. It's very odd. The road is not clear, however. I need to build a tunnel or something that goes down underneath all this into Manchester, because that road is it's quite a disaster, really. It's the only way in from the Liverpool side, and that's not good. Well, look, people still cross, even though the train is here. It's interesting. There's McDonald's. Nice. There's a Subaru. A Volkswagen Transporter. Another Subaru. Oh, stay there, Superman. There's an old school Astra. A couple of old school Golfs there as well. There we go, there's the Yorkshire Train. You actually look kind of stuck. Or are you just loading up people at the station? I think he's just loading up people at the station. I think he's actually waiting for us to go, and then he can go and cross onto his line over here. What's this? A Great Western Railways? Nice. I do love the green of the Great Western Railways. It's very nice. That train actually looks like it has people on board, which is nice. And the next train is rolling up behind it, it looks like. Oh no, that's a train that's going from Carlisle to Liverpool. So that's pretty cool. It's an intercity train. It looks nice. There it goes. There should be cross-country liveried versions of that train. I know they exist in real life. They'll maybe appear later on. Maybe even in this next 5 years. We'll have to wait and see. But we're heading for Carlisle. There shouldn't be too many trains in the way now. In fact, we should have a straight shot. Basically until we reach Glasgow, and then it might get slightly congested at this side. Who are you? You're like a regional railways train. Okay. How fast are we going? 100? But we'll have to slow down for this corner. That sucks. There we go. Here's another train. There's two trains actually. Virgin and that West Yorkshire Railway metro number. There's another one heading in the opposite direction. Nice. That was perfectly timed coming round through that junction. Everything worked out nicely. There's a Northern Rail train heading off to either Newcastle or Edinburgh. However, I have just realised something. Something I've not seen is Class 47s on the Glasgow to Cardiff line. I've not seen any of them, which is the EWS main line, the England, Wales, Scotland. It could be that we just missed them, or we didn't see them coming out of Manchester over at the Liverpool side, or it could be that they're stuck. I'm going to go with stuck, because that's what's been happening lately. Right, we're back up to 13 passengers. Because there's so little passengers now, it leads me to believe that there's possibly another train in front of us that was actually a great distance in front of us when leaving London, but it's possibly been held up along its way, which means we've been able to catch up on that train. Or it could be that the people on the platforms are actually jumping on board other trains that are heading up to Glasgow, and that they are sort of more favourable than this Northwest via Manchester Airport line. Who knows? Who actually knows how Transport Fever 2 works? What it should do is, if a train arrives in a station and it's heading to a place that you actually want to go to, jump on it. Because that's what people do in the real world. Especially if you are the holder of a anytime ticket. As soon as the first train arrives and it's going to go where you want to go, it's like, I'm on it. If there's a seat, we're there. We don't go. People don't go. Oh no, but I don't like cross country, so I'm going to wait for the LNER train to roll up. No, you get on it. You go. Unless the train behind is doing less stops and it actually arrives at the destination you want to go to quicker. But that very rarely happens. Most of the trains that are on the same line stop at the same places. Right, so we are heading round, down past the mountains and the lochs of Scotland here, and then into Glasgow. And then we shall bail out and see which date we actually got to. Considering I forgot to start the date speed at the start of the first run on the London Western, which was my bad. But this is a long route, so it should be fairly decent. Right, we're stopped. So there is a train stuck in front. Oh yes, we can see it there. In fact, I would say, because even this train in front of us, quite a fair bit back. Oh, it's actually moving now. I would say there's a few trains stuck ahead of us. It looks like a class 47 though. So that would explain where at least one of the EWS mainline trains is. I don't think it is a class 47. It's hard to tell. Yeah, we're going to be stuck on red. Ooh, it's actually gone green. So there must be a signal at the other end of this tunnel. It's nice. Ah, but this signal's red. Okay. Spoke too soon. Got too excited there. Right, so when that train disappears into the station, we should be able to go. Hopefully. Right, surely it must have cleared another signal by now. I know they're quite long trains, or I probably just didn't signal too many things heading into Glasgow. Can I actually see the signal here? It's still red. Go. Go, 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 go. Go green. There's another train coming. I think we have to wait for this train to leave before we can sort of go. What is this train? It's a cross-country train. Is it? It is. Still red. So where is the train in front? It should be in the station by now. Surely. Right, let's speed this up. Is that 3 times speed? Is that 3 times speed? Is that paused? In fact, let's bail out of there. Because I don't know what is going on. We are in 2006, so we've only progressed by 1 year. Right, let's see what the major malfunction is up here. Right, that train is still there. And it's stuck. And this train can't go anywhere. Or at least that train is moving now. Yeah, we're good. We can jump on our original train. We'll finish off the journey. We'll finish it off in 3 times speed though. Yeah, the other train is moving. I can see it. This light should turn green. Come on. Hey, there we go. Right, so we're heading into Glasgow now. Nothing else should get in the way. Apart from maybe one of those departing trains, but that's fine. Right, off we go. So we did get held up quite a fair bit there. I would imagine that the intercity train that is behind us is probably right behind us now. That gap that it had going into London is probably ceases to exist now. There we go, green light. We should be able to cruise straight into the station. I can't believe we only got up to 2006. It feels longer. It is only a one-time speed, however. Right, this train is leaving. You were the problem train. Hello, problem train. You're still technically a problem train, because now we can't go. Really? What is in front of us? Just that train that was on the EWS main line. Oh look, book now, all inclusive. To where? This poster is not keeping up with times, because you can't really go anywhere these days. I suppose it is on with 2006 or 2007. We're still a ways off from 2020 when everything turns into a complete disaster. Right. You know what? We've made it. Yay, we made it to Glasgow. Why are you stuck? Right, we're not. I just don't actually want to see what your pathing is. Oh, so you're waiting for this idiot. Which is actually on the same line as you are. Okay, that seems weird, but hey-ho. Oh well. Right, so we only got up to 2006. Right, let's push pause. Let's take the date speed down. And let's blast it up to 2010. Right, let's delete all this, because we're going to be looking at everything anyway. Let's switch on the depots so I can actually see stuff. And let's go. Right, so there we go. Glasgow Road Depot. Buy vehicles. Now we want passengers to start with. So we've got these as well. I've got a Riva. I think we've seen these. There might be a few more newer ones. Leo Express, K&K, Croatia Bus, Autotrans. Arriva buses are nice though. Probably use them. And there's a few Volvo buses there. We've now got 3 variants of this. Keelian District, NBC Ribble. We've got 32 variants of that. Damery, Confidence Leicester, Badger Line. What? Ensign Bus Red, Ensign Bus Silver Grill, Ensign Bus Black Grill, First Bus Barbie Fade, First Bus Barbie, First Leeds City Link, Midland Fox, the Midland Red Mercian Crest, Midland Red South, Midland Red, NBC Cheltenham District, NBC City of Gloucester, NBC East Yorkshire. NBC's National Bus, right? Is it NBC? NBC National Welsh. Or Northern? No, I don't know. I've no idea. NBC Stroud Valleys, Northumbria, Notts and Derby Green Grill, Notts and Derby, Strathay Scottish Tees and District, West Midlands Travel, West Midlands, West Yorkshire, Walton Dorset, Yorkshire Rider, Tees and District. There's a lot. Lots and lots of liveries there. Lots and lots of liveries for this thing now as well. Travel Coventry, Travel Your Bus. Whoa. Right, we've got some taxis, but there's no UK taxi. Closest thing you probably get is an Uber. pretty much. The Maz is Russian. The Plaxton Pointer. There's 10 variants of this. Arriva. Interurban. Magic Bus. There's no Megabus though. Everyone knows the Megabus. First Great Manchester. Stagecoach Manchester. There's a lot of buses out there. Stagecoaches. These I remember. 7 variants of the Enviro 500. Coastliner, Blue Star, Victus, Yellow Bus, Victus Bus, Unilink. Okay. I think these are German. Yeah, City of Bern. So these shouldn't really be in here. The Mercedes Bus, Tourism, Euroliners. What's this? Omnibus? No. D-Bus? What? No idea. A couple of more Mercedes-Benz buses. National Express, that's cool. TFL Red. Couple of Mercedes Sprinter vans, or Sprinter sort of minibus conversions. Okay, these are in the wrong place. Trafford Centre, right, streetcar. Hey. ZVB, that's Croatia, right? Is it? Arriva, Northumbria, Mans, Lions, Coaches. What is that? What are you? U-Bus? No. Man, Lion, Coach L. No liveries for that. Swans Travel, VIP, Swans Travel, Yellowway, National Express Bus. 6 variants of that. Yeah, these are all not UK, but you could probably use like a standard version. Hess, Scania. Yeah, these are other places, we'll see. But there we go, there's that. These look all the same. We'll head to the top. There's 10 variants of that, but I think there always was. 10 variants of that, there always was. 7 variants of these vans. 4 variants of them. Is there anything new? 12 variants of this now. Yeah, Virgin Media has been added, it looks like. What's in here? Connect GPS, Royal Mail. That could be useful. The Crone trailers, I think they're all the same. Possibly. Pretty sure the F2000s are the same as well. Okay, all good. Road vehicles are done and dusted. That took some time. Is there no depot for planes? I don't know if we got any planes. We'll do trains last because they take the longest. Where am I? Right, click on this. Buy vehicles. Let's go small. So nothing new there. Boeing 767, Hawaiian, 9 variants. We've got the Bombardier Q400. I'm surprised there's not any liveries for these. It's quite a popular aircraft. I think we've sussed out that these are all American variants. Anything new here? Concorde BA, the DC-10 for KLM, the Airbus. These are all the same. These 4 are the same. These Star Alliances are all the same as well. Tupolev, the Boeing 737, Boeing 737 pack. Yeah, I think they are the same. 757, couple 747s, they're all the same. DC-10 cargo variants, they are pretty much all the same. And I don't think there's any new aircraft at all. I think they are literally all the same. Ooh, fantastic. There's a boat depot here. Let's go small. Ferry Louise, that could be new. No, from 1975, no it's not. The Damon Ferry. which is pretty cool. It's kind of like a sea cat. I would actually I would quite like to use that, because I've not used it yet. Looks like all the freight stuff is the same. Yeah, 1990 was the last 2000s. I don't think... I think this is like the last boat. Yeah, 2009. I don't think there are any more ships after this. Let's go to Rail Depot. Let's see what is new. Steam. Yep, knew that was going to be there. The A1 SLT 462 Tornado. So that's supposed to have been a rebuild. Yeah. Project building 2008. That's pretty cool. I would like to get Heritage Line sort of on the go. These are all the same. I would imagine these are all the same since they're quite old now. Same with these. 29 variants of that. We head down to the bottom. This Freightliner, this ScotRail is new, definitely. One Anglia GNER. 17 variants of this. Okay, these are new. East Coast Silver, East Coast Grey, National Express Transition, GNER Transition, the Flying Scotsman, GNR. Yeah, there's quite a few new trains in there, which are quite nice. Anything new in here? Yeah, they're all still the same. Right, the Diesels. 7 variants. So we've got Advanza Freight. This is actually UK, which is cool. Colas, Fastline, Metroland. So they're new. These are all Freightliner liveries, but they're still pretty cool. Bolsover Aggregates. Cool. 6 and 6, 90 something odd variants of this. Triple Grey. Which ones are new though? That's the problem. Chorus. No, I've no idea. I've no idea which ones are new, but I think some of them are new. 34 classes of that. The DB Schnecker, Network Rail, Colas Rail, Compass, Western HNRC, and then we've seen this because the Clag Monster is there. I remember all these. Okay, right, go into Class 47s. These are all still the same, it looks like. No new liveried Class 47s. The Power Car, the Class 43. Yeah, Grand Central, these are definitely new. I've not got any Grand Central trains on the line yet, and I would like some. These are all still the same. Metal Sector, Preservation. TB Cargo with the Canadian Maple Leaf on it, and the Queen's Messenger. Yeah, some of them are definitely new. The Freightliner Air Intake, Freightliner Original, and Loco GBRF, Great British Rail Freight. Huh, cool. Right, passengers. Right, where do we even begin with passengers? How do you know what's new? These DVTs are definitely new. I think these sleeper wagons and stuff might be new as well, or I think they're not. No, they're old. Intercity 250, this should all still be the same. It looks the same. Okay, now we've got different liveries for the Mark IV coaches. We've got GNER and East Coast Grey, National Express Blue. So is it GNER National Express now? 42 variants of this, so there's definitely more of these. Yeah, these Virgin numbers are definitely new. Yeah. Okay. that is pretty much everything. I think it's probably easier to look at the buffet cars. Cotswold Rail, that's the one we used. The Pretendolino. It's a weird name. Cargo, right. 4 variants of that we know of. 4 variants of this that we know of. 7 variants of that. The MSA Scrap Hopper. 15 of these. I think these are still the same. They are. 12 variants of that. They're all still the same. Unbranded boxcar. These are all still the same. This thing's pretty cool. And we've got HYA coal hoppers. Or coal wagons. These are pretty cool actually. Right, so no new freight there, I don't think. Electrical multiple units. The Bombardier Metrolink. That's pretty cool. 96 variants of the Class 390. We've got LNER branding now. Northwestern Rails. Ooh, there's a lot of these. Discord Nitro. Rip save game. I think all these were here before. 2 variants of that I know because I've used them both. 3 variants of that I've not actually used yet. 10 variants of this. Nope, we've used them. 9 variants of this now. Yeah, we've got the GNERs, but we've got the North. Yeah, we've seen these. We know about them. 13 variants of that. We've pretty much used almost all of them. 51 variants of this. I think there's more of these. No, they're all still the same. I'm pretty sure. What I'm looking for is, well, we'll see it in diesel multiple units. Right, I think there was 18 of these and now there are 17. So these are still the same, 22, 13 and 20. Cross country, there we go, there's the cross country livery for the 220 that I knew existed, but I just wasn't sure where it was. Sprinter trains, anything new in here, possibly? That's a good one. London Overground, ScotRail, Saltaire. I think this one's new, and I think I'll probably use this. 7 variants of that. Northern Rail, ScotRail Modern. That's a weird thumbnail. But hey ho, it's there. Nope, nothing in there. GNER. Now there should be... Yeah, there we go. First ScotRail livery. That's the ones that I was kind of looking for. We'll check this as well. No, they're all good. Check these cross countries just in case there's some in there. Any in here? Nope. Southern Rail. The Adelante. Ah, yeah, I remember that. Turbo Star, yeah. So there is basically everything. So we did get quite a few things to look at. We will be focusing on freight mainly in the next episode. There's a few trains we can get up and rolling as well, which would be nice. But we shall leave it there for that episode. As always, if you did watch this and you would like to leave a like, comment or dislike, please feel free to do so. And if there's more you'd like to see in the future, then hit that subscribe button. I've been Danny Boy, this has been Transport Fever 2 on the UK map, and I will catch you later.